Well, new podcast.
Yeah?
It's a warm day, 82 degrees in here, so it's a little toasty, but yeah, I'm excited. I feel like we haven't done a pod in the studio in quite some time.
Yeah.
The last couple were in the pool, I think, and then up with Vince. So yeah, it's been a little bit on the road, but quite a bit happening. You put a new product. Actually, you got an old new bow set up. You got the Bowtech Virtue.
Have we talked about
set up
it on the pod?
No.
No? Oh my.
So let's talk about it. So you had the Core SR for quite a while.
Yeah, I did.
Which I love. I really liked the Core SR. Obviously, I did shoot the Virtue for a little while, and I also shot mostly the Proven 34 this year. So you switched from the Core SR to the Virtue. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the main reason why you wanted to switch was because you're a smaller framed person and you wanted to try something light so that you could potentially add more weight to essentially have it weigh the same but be balanced more how you like. Is that correct?
Yes, that is accurate. And I'm still deciding. I put the Archery SOS tool on the bottom right side of the bow because I'm a lefty and I always shoot with my quiver on. And so far, that seems to do a pretty decent job. Just the weight of it, that's not the purpose of it, but the weight of it to help kind of counteract, the quiver. Quiver's not, it's the lightest quiver there is on the market.
The airlock.
The airlock. So it's not heavy by any means. So that little bit of weight from the SOS does seem to balance it out. I need to shoot it a little bit more to fully decide if I don't want to do any sort of light back bar. But just holding it in comparison to, I think I picked up Joey's bow, which weighed relatively similar to mine. My last bow, shocking difference. And I have noticed it in my, my hold. What was that?
I just almost had an emergency, but keep going. Yeah.
Your face looked like you had an emergency.
But
That's how I made it sound like I know I didn't say anything wild this time. Like, what was that face?
Yeah.
Oh boy, we may have to take a pause. I'll put in a commercial. You hear sounds in the background, just blame him on the dog.
Speaking of which, the airlock quiver, very good quiver, very light quiver. And you have light bow. Both of which, good time to talk about it. You can get the airlock quiver, podiumarcher.com.
Yep.
Code pump station or teambd. Teambd is the code that will save you 10%. Podiumarcher.com, as well as a whole plethora of other archery products.
Right.
And shout out to Bowtech. I'm going to fit Bowtech in this little ad read as well because Bowtech, I've shot them possibly longer than anybody. And great technology. Deadlock, amazing. Grip lock, amazing.
Shower today?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
I will be showering soon.
Yeah.
But shout out to Bowtech.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bowtech, podiumarcher.com. Code TeamBD saves money.
Yes, so back to it. So we did a shoot this past weekend that was 2 targets per 32 targets. There's 64 arrows.
You said that incorrectly.
2 targets per?
2 targets per.
Oh, yeah. 2 arrows per target.
Yes.
That's what I mean. 32 targets. That's 64 arrows plus 2 mulligans that they stamped on our card. So 66 arrows. It was a lot. And I tell you what, 98% of the shoot, it just felt good. It felt steady. It was an unmarked, is that what do we call it? Unmarked shoot. So we could not use rangefinders. So, a couple 5s here and there, but that was due to unmarked. the little things like finalizing shooting that much got me to see I think I do need to make a shift overall of the housing to the left, a major adjustment, and put back in my flicks for my minors. But little things like that. But overall, the feel of the bow, it just felt steady. It didn't feel twitchy. It didn't feel like it was too much for me. Like too much of a bow and too much to handle. It wasn't too much of a bow. It's just right.
Well, I think another thing that's nice about it is I do think it's a good fit for you. 32-inch axle to axle, so a little bit 1 inch shorter than the Core SR, but very similar to the Core SR. Fast bow, very similar cams. It's a similar bow. It's just obviously much lighter and 1 inch shorter. So for you, I think it's great. It's a good size.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It's finding what is just right for you. Mm-hmm. And when you're a smaller person, like every little thing makes a difference. And it's finding what that little thing is that you want to adjust. So I think we're pretty much near darn close or set to what it's going to stay like for quite some time. I could not see a reason for changing or wanting to change this bow or pieces on it at all. I've always been, other than that one darn end thing that I can't seem to tighten enough to hold my arrow in. I think I just never get it quite tight enough. The lightness of the quiver. Is fantastic. Yeah. The new sight. We did want to run the UltraView's new sight, but however, just disclaimer, if you own a Virtue, it doesn't fit a Virtue. It was just a timing thing in manufacturing of both companies. The Virtue came out a little later than all of the other bow drops, so there was not a single one out for UltraView to test before they went into production of their new 2.0 sight.
Yeah.
So just not an oversight even, just, the timing didn't work out for them to test it on that bow as well. So we got it in, didn't know, nobody knew. It didn't fit the Virtue. So we made a quick rash decision to purchase the other sight that I was heavily deciding on, which was the now the name's gonna escape me.
The driver.
The Axel, I don't know how you say it. Axel driver. I love it. I love it so far. The windage thing, so easy to adjust. The dial is as smooth as butter. One of the smoothest I have ever felt.
It is.
No, it's the smoothest.
I will say that it's very smooth.
Yeah. I've always complained about the 0.19 or 0.019, however you want to say it, 19 thou pins. But honestly, I think it's like going back to the basics. Like, it's nice, it's bright, they're big. So it doesn't feel like you see less, movement, like, just going back to the basics. So the sight is fantastic. You can get them in the smaller pins, but the one I purchased, because I needed one that day, has the bigger pins. And I'm fine with it. Like, I don't honestly feel this urge to go change the head out, which is interesting for me, because I often feel the urge to change parts on my bow, as you know. Are you sleeping over there?
No, I'm listening. Yeah. I'm very engaged to your talk.
But, anyways, what else? I said I put the SOS thing on. That's been nice. I use it for the up and down purpose. I might flip it eventually just to try it out for left and right. Everything else is the same. Gotta still go get my gas strings on, as well as do you for your target rig, right?
Yep. I've actually got to shoot the target rig a little bit lately.
Yeah? Are you shooting in the house quite a bit?
Yeah, I mean, we're actually, we've been home for about a week now, and got about 2 more weeks at home, which is a nice change of pace. I was really thinking about it, and I don't think I've been home for more than 2 weeks in, 2 years for me personally. I think you have, once when I was in Africa, maybe, but it's been a long run of being gone a lot, so it's been a blessing to be home for a little while. getting caught up on edits that need to be done. We have a top secret project that we're working on right now that's been really cool. And then, yeah, been shooting the target rig. Finally did a local shoot. I mean, dude, I feel like I haven't done a local shoot I could be wrong, but I don't think we've done one all year other than BD Challenge. I want to say this might be the only one.
What comes before?
Did we do bare ass?
We did. No, you weren't here.
I didn't.
I did it. I did it with Ted.
Yes.
You weren't here. You were in Africa.
So you might have done one shoot, but I think this might have been my first one of the year.
I thought we did.
Maybe we did a Balboa in like February or something.
Yeah, there's always their big one that they do. Oh, the pig, the flying pig.
Oh, we did flying pig.
We did flying pig.
We did flying pig. Yeah, okay, so this is my second one then, in BD Challenge. But the shoot was great. So, first of all, like you said, it was unmarked. Most of the targets were from, it was recurved base, right, or trad base. So I would say your average shot length landed between 20 and 30. So you're doing a lot of judging 20 to 30, which obviously on the speeds of my bow, like 290 is obviously much easier, or you have a lot more room for error than you shooting whatever you shoot, 250 or whatever. But it was one of those days where I really thought when we filmed in Montana and I lost to Dylan, I really felt like I couldn't shoot. Like I was like, uh-oh, I hope I didn't develop some sort of problem. Like I can't shoot. But then what I realized was it really was just sleep fatigue getting to me, because I'm telling you, since then...
That was the start of your downhill decline.
When we went to Vandenberg, I was lights out. I was shooting 10s and... I shot 1.8 and 20 targets. Yeah. Then when we went to Balboa this weekend, 64 shots, I shot 3.8s. Everything else 10s, 12s. So... No fives, yeah. So out of the last 84 shots that I've shot at 3D targets, I have shot 4.8s. Everything else 10s and 12s. So I actually think that I've been shooting maybe my best since Montana. You know, like I feel really, really good. But another thing that I want to throw out, and the importance of why I think it's so good to do shoots like Bow Disciples Challenge, Total Archery Challenge, stuff like that, is when that becomes your norm, sort of, like you're only shooting this hard, long stuff, and then you go to a more local style, like actual competitive tournament, feels like a cakewalk. Feels so easy, because it's like getting the donut off your bat and then stepping in the box. So that was just something that I've been kind of stewing on, is that I think doing those hard shoots regularly really helps our performance on more standard setups.
Oh, for sure. Sure. Yeah. And just, you know, the confidence in your stuff, feeling like you have the right setup, shooting it consistently, you know, shooting often, all of those things I think play in. And then when you have the chance as much as possible to do harder, more technical, more physically demanding courses, then do them, because it makes, one, local shoots feel like a cakewalk. Two, when you go out there, at least Western hunting, not like tree stand hunting, but Western hunting, you're just more prepared. You know, it's pretty rough to get out there and just feel taxed immediately, because you're not ready for the hills, you're not ready for the hikes, you're not ready to carry the bow around, you're not ready for the weight of the bow, you know, and I think, like, prime example of just not being well known to my new equipment. It was new, and like, we just had like an absolute brain fart on being able to, like, my brain told my muscles I could not draw this bow. And if you listen to the last hunt or podcast with Vince, it was like I wasted so many opportunities. And had I maybe just, like, granted, we didn't have that opportunity to set it up any earlier than we did. But if you do have it, you know, set your stuff up and, you know, shoot in the house, shoot in the garage, shoot in the backyard, like, blank bail in your closet if you need to. you know?
Oh yeah, shooting inside is great. I mean,
Just so you're getting the reps through the bow and you feel comfortable. But all of that stuff plays into shooting archery.
yeah, I love shooting inside. Um, on those mini Vegas faces, there's like the X is literally as big as the arrow. So like, I mean, you're aiming at a tiny spot. I don't care if it's 6.5 yards. It's like, it's still really valuable. More shooting is always going to be good, and there's no way to get comfortable with your draw, with your anchor, with your setup than just shooting a lot. Doesn't matter how far. Now, I do think if you have the opportunity to shoot hard stuff down the line, I think it makes that easier stuff even easier.
You should grab your
But
drink over there.
one other thing I want to say about the Virtue is I, of course, did shoot it as well for a while. It was always crazy how light it was. It was crazy how light it was. But yours in particular, when I got mine, you could only get black because I had like one of the first ones. Yours, very aesthetic. So let's talk about it. You have a tack green, they call it tack green riser. That's Cerakote. All the Virtues are Cerakote, which is kind of like almost like a little more of like a bed liner finish, but not quite that rough.
Yeah.
And then it has
Really
the
noticeable.
bottomland limbs and the matching bottomland center mass or airlock quiver.
Airlock quiver.
And I think it's a nice look.
It is.
Let me tell you, I think it's a nice look.
It's it is one of my better choices in bow coloration setups. I've done some wild stuff. I've done some rainbow stuff. I've gone out and got bows coated to find what I want. This is, it's clean. It's gonna blend in, I'm not gonna feel like I'm walking out there with, a unicorn in the field. And then all of my extra accessories, pretty much match. It's so close to get perfect, that's almost near impossible when every different company, is making the same tack green, but everyone has a little bit of a different finish, but it blends in so well. Like my aim for a pass-through stabilizer is the same green.
The SOS.
My SOS is the same green.
Yep.
The only thing that's black on the bow really is the sight.
Galbus.
Might have to shut the front door. Oh, there goes some arrows. Turned my camera on.
Okay, we're back for a brief intermission.
Yeah.
Were you yapping it to the people still?
Yeah, the arrows fell over and I turned my camera on my phone somehow.
That's good.
But,
so I don't need to edit.
No, you can leave that
cool.
in there.
All right, little bonus.
I'll be.
Okay, so,
yeah, it is aesthetic. It is.
Come on.
Come on, Knuckle Butt. Come on. Yep. Yes, I know. Hi. Mwah. Yes, I love you. Hello. He's a very needy boy. Are you just ready to go to the range?
Your bow and my bow are a tale of two different things. First of all, you do drop your bow constantly. It's something we need to work on. You tip over bows more than probably anybody.
Yeah.
You tipped mine hard the other day. It
was standing right in the middle of where we were shooting. That's the bow's fault.
Shout out to the mule stabilizer. I don't think the mule gets enough credit for how convenient that sucker is. For not only setting it down at the 3D shoot, which literally you use every target. It's such a usable feature.
Yes.
And then the carrying for hunts is a game changer.
Oh, it is. I mean, it has saved my arm so much. Like, I remember how painful, like, my elbow used to hurt, like, tennis elbow, from carrying the bow around. And then having to throw it, like, I could throw it on the back, but then, like, I always felt like I was hunching over because I didn't want to, like, I don't know, like, squish the bow back there between my pack and my neck and my head, and it's just, I found myself almost never throwing it over my shoulders anymore.
I just love it. I think, like, if you wanted to nitpick, you could say it's not maybe the most aesthetic, or, like, you know, maybe it doesn't have the best, like, vibration dampening or something
That's not the
compared to
purpose
some
of
other.
it.
But I don't have a problem with vibration. Like, I think it's fine. And, I mean, I really, really like it. I think it's so nice. And we do sell a version with the Bow Disciples logo as well on the website. We sell the 10-inch ones, which is what we all use, 10-inch, because they carry the best. So they make a 12, which might hold a little better, but it carries a little more awkward because it's up here rather than like mid forearm. So the 10,
where my 10 falls on me, but it's not like, it doesn't like slip off my elbow. Like, it's not on top of my elbow or anything.
right?
The 8 was not, that was another change I made from the Core
From
back
8
to the Virtue. I went back from the 8 to the 10, which has offered me a couple more inches of stabilization out front. Yeah. Any couple of inches, and I think it helped.
It helps.
So, yeah, both the 8 and the 10 options for, you know, whether it's children, young adults, or short people. Just depending on what you're trying to get out of it. But
yeah, and I believe we have a restock coming, so we'll have black and maybe 1 or 2 green. So if you want a green, definitely get them as soon as they hit the inventory. There are some in stock right now, but I think maybe only black, if I remember. But anyway, I think it's cool. Our logo's on it as well. So anyways, it wasn't that was not intended to be an ad. I just really do love the mule, and I wanted to give it a little extra shine. Because I think it's a little overlooked. We've used it for a long time, so we don't really talk about it a ton.
Yeah.
But I think we should, and in fact, I'm going to do a video about it soon, talking about the positives of it and what I like and
well, it's nice when you find a product that, like,
you really like and use.
You like it. Like, it kind of becomes on the back burner because it's just something like you never contemplate changing. Like, I don't ever see another stabilizer out there, like when we're at Tex or at the shop or any shop, or, you know, out shooting with people, and I'm not like, oh, that's
different.
Kind of maybe like to try that.
Yeah.
Like, literally never crosses my mind. I think that's good when you find a product that's so good that it goes to the back burner of your mind. You know,
well, it's innovative. That, you know, like, it's innovative, and I think there's
innovative.
But yeah, shout out to the mule. I really, really like it. I have a few videos kind of coming in the pipe, and I'll spoil a few of them right here. So I'm going to do one about the mule, because I think it's a really good video, and I think it deserves a shine. Number 2, I'm going to do a Proven 34 long-term review.
Yeah.
Because, dude, you look at my Proven, that sucker looks like it's 10 years old. I've used it so much and abused that sucker so much. I guarantee no one has a Proven in the world that looks as beat as mine. Like, put that thing through the ringer, you know? So I think I'm very well positioned to give it a thorough long-term review and thoughts. And then lastly, I've got quite a few questions about the HLRs, like durability, things like that.
I just had a lady ask me about them.
And I've shot
on Facebook.
And I've shot a boatload of HLRs now. I had them really early, Lord willing, and I've shot a lot of them. So, and I'm big on durability because, I don't know, spoiler alert, I'm a cheap bastard. So durability to me is majorly important.
Yeah.
So whether or not I'm sponsored by Victory or not, I'm not going to shoot them if they're brittle. Like, I'm just not going to. Mm-hmm. So I'm still shooting them, so that's a little bit of a spoiler, but I want to do a video on that as well.
Now, let's stay on the HLR real quick for a second. Because she got me thinking, and let me just read what she said.
Okay, while she's doing her reading investigation, we could also save some money on bowhunting.com. teambd, it saves you on beast broadheads, nose buttons, peep tuners, you name it, all that stuff.
Yeah. So Audra Atkins said, I saw where you're shooting the new Virtue now, but what's your specs and what kind of speeds are you getting out of it? Really curious about the HLR arrows now. I just tried out some of VAP TKOs, but saw where the HLRs are even lighter than those. So we know, another spoiler to what you're saying, videos, we're going to do a penetration test with Broadhead. It's going to be just essentially a Broadhead review. We'll do some other, tunability tests as well. But talking penetration and lightness, VAPs that I shoot versus HLRs. Because my biggest thing right now is like, I'm pretty well not stuck at the weight that I'm at, but it's easily drawable. But we want to work on being able to, if you're sitting a blind, being able to just straight back. So the goal is not to change the weight for quite some time. So the weight's got to stay the same. My draw length cannot change. It is what it is. It's 25. We squeezed every last little bit out of it. It's 25 inches. So the next comes anything I can do to create better penetration. So that's where this broadhead test is coming in, ensuring that I'm using the best possible broadhead for me and my weight and draw length in these upcoming year's hunts. The next thing you can look at is the arrow. So the VAP is a skinny arrow.
0.166.
0.166. An HLR is
204.
a 204. It's an in-between of a standard and a skinny.
Standard's 246, I believe.
Correct.
I get toasted in the comments, but I think that's right.
So, it is not as skinny, but it is lighter than the VAP. At least, as she said, that TKO.
Yeah, I think
I don't know about the VAP.
TKO's. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I would guess you're going to get better penetration with the
Skinnies, right?
Yeah, with the VAPs.
Again, anything you can create less drag on, i.e., the skinnier, the less width flying through the air. Well,
if you think about it, your broadhead kind of opens up a channel, and the skinnier the arrow, the more it just slips through without like having resistance.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a hot dog down a hallway type of scenario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to cover that in a very layman's terms. Yeah. If you're trying to get more penetration,
I have a hot take
lighter isn't always better.
Well, generally they say heavier is better for penetration. That's why people like heavy arrows. Anyways.
Yeah.
I have a hot
take. Closer.
I have a hot take.
Yeah. I'm ready.
I think when you do this broadhead test, you're testing what, 5 heads, 4 heads?
I think 4 right now, unless we come up with another one that's lying around the house somewhere.
Here's my prediction. Calm down, you don't need your phone. Everything.
It's not my phone that I need.
Are you looking for your roads?
My velobes, okay. Oh, I found them.
Are you calm now?
Yeah.
Okay. My hot take is that I don't think you're gonna see a ton of difference in penetration on any of.
I hope not. I think that's a good thing for these broadhead companies.
And you might see
everything's pretty comparable.
Like I think those Tulus probably will go pretty deep. But I mean, I don't think you're gonna see like that much of a difference. I think you'll see like that much of a difference.
I'm so interested to find out.
Yeah, and I think the Beast will do really well. I mean, Beasts are super sharp. They got a really pointy tip. So I'm interested.
They open on penetration.
What, Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're spring loaded.
Do all mechanicals open on penetration?
Yeah.
So interesting to me because, like,
Alice,
you would think that would mean more penetration, right? In theory, because there's less resistance in the air than a fixed blade that slowers your arrow down over time.
Well, I think the physics of it is when the broadhead opens, like especially, there's some that deploy like this backwards, but then there's some like the Beast or Rage. Actually, Rage, I think, deploys out the back, but like Beast deploys because it's spring-loaded like this. So I think that theory, and Beasts do penetrate really well because of technology. I've had 0 issues. But I think when you hit something and then the blades open like against the way the arrow's moving, they're opening forward.
It's a more
now you have to push harder to enter, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Whereas if the blade is fixed, especially like the Magnus Stinger, that one will probably do good as well because it's shaped like a spear. It's long and skinny, so that way the tip is super sharp. It has nothing making it harder to penetrate. So once it cuts, it just keeps going, slices in.
Yeah, this is why I'm just very interested. Even if it's small differences, I'm just very interested to finally have bought the ballistics things to really see.
My buddy Travis, who I've been talking to back and forth about another project. He just did a video on his channel. I have yet to watch it, but
he did it with like 22 different
and all on actual animals.
Yeah.
So I do want to watch that, and especially I know how good his videos are. It's probably phenomenal. So if you guys haven't checked it out, his channel is Outdoors with Travis. Go watch it. Now the unique part about his is I think it was all mechanicals.
I think it was.
So I don't think he did any fixed blades. And I'm telling you, his film works really good. His detail, I think it'll be really good. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's really good. So we should watch that maybe before.
Did you see this dog?
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. But yeah, so that video's fun, and then we got some secret sauce, some secret videos coming.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this one that we're gonna be filming. It's pretty avant-garde. It's not gonna be your standard YouTube series, but it's gonna be, I think, one of those series that'll pop up and people go, damn, why didn't I do that? But I didn't think of it on my own. I got the inspiration from someone else in a different sport. And I'll give them credit once it's out and finished. But I don't want to spoil it by saying who it is, because then you can figure out what it is. But it's really cool.
Spoiled.
How do you think I'll do?
It's tough to say.
It's far.
It's tough to say.
It's very...
Yeah. We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, it's a fun challenge for you.
Oh, I love the rollout of the videos too. That's my favorite part. I just love how it works. So honestly, part 1 will probably drop either today, on Tuesday, or tomorrow when this podcast comes out. So be sure you're, following Bow Disciples on Instagram, the YouTube Shorts, the TikToks, the YouTubes. Just follow all the stuff so you don't miss it.
Yeah.
I might put part 1 up.
For the challenge of it, I really hope that,
it goes
and
along.
the concept that it's challenging.
Oh, it's going to be hard.
Yeah. But knowing you would be like, just a few tries.
Oh, it's going to take more than a few tries. Because, we'll talk about it more in the future, but the way we have it structured, it's going to take a while. Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that, and then...
okay, Grunk.
Yeah, we got a couple hunts coming up, which we can dive into later, maybe not in this pod, but I do want to talk about this weekend. So this weekend, there's a shoot at Alpine, which we're going to go to with a fun bunch.
If I wake up.
You're coming. You're waking up.
First line?
Yeah, you're waking up.
I have the next month after that to wake up at first. Long before first.
So am I going with just the boys and then going to Yard House with them after?
Maybe.
Okay. I did do the half-yard chug.
You did? Yeah.
Gosh, I wanted that one. I really wanted that one. That was like my white whale. But I got it.
Mm-hmm. You did. Good job. Good job.
Anything else you want to discuss on this pod? I mean,
How long has it been?
I don't know. Feels like pretty long.
Why don't you look at the time down there? What's it say?
Oh, it's only been 33 minutes.
Oh, that's short.
Felt like it was an hour.
Keep chatting.
That's what I'm saying. What do you got?
Well, I would like to say, if you have any comments on like aesthetics you've seen in, it could be other podcasts. It could just be like YouTube, studio layouts, or like it doesn't even have to be in the outdoor realm. Drop a link in your comment, or just say the channel, or like a picture, or I don't know if you can do that on YouTube, but whatever, anything, or just description. I would really like to do, we've been talking about it for forever, months now, and have not been home to get around to it, to updating this. We've been doing it from the couch for quite some time now. And I'm not even sold on the furniture that's in the room having to stay. Like, we have guests over so little that this couch gets turned into a bed that, like, if we went down to 4 sofa chairs instead, so you can constantly configure the room in different ways. I'm down for that. Wood on the walls, metal on the walls, sound paneling on the walls, lighting, all of that fun aesthetics. I want to update this pod room. So if you have any inspiration, I'm looking for it. I'm very tired of the white walls. Also, I just realized the amount of champagne all over the walls from James's 100K launch photos, and it's disgusting me.
It's time for a tune-up, a good look. I mean, we've ran this for quite a while, so I mean, yeah, I think it's a good idea to freshen it up. But there's changes I want to make.
But usability and versatility are the two most important things to a smaller space. Being able to do, whether it's, short reviews, podding, an office still.
Shipping station.
Yeah, just all the things have to be versatile in here, and that's the tough part to creating a layout. If anything becomes a more permanent structure in the room, you kind of lose that. But creating, essentially 3 different wallscapes that allow you to film from different sides, I think is cool. Is a factor that's not played in here. We had the one wall that we never film in front of anymore, and the other 2 are just white with decor on them, and it's like, if this one looked completely different from that one, completely different from that one, but all still gelled in a aesthetic way, whether it's color scheme or whatnot, or style, like, you could film from any which direction and create, a different background, a different setting, a different reason for filming on that wall, things like that. And I think that's stuff people should always play with in their mind, as well as having versatile lighting that you're able to move it around. And currently, we don't necessarily have that.
Yeah, the lighting's fixed. I think I could probably get rid of these big lights and maybe get some smaller ones that are like you said, more mobile. So yeah, I think it'll get a facelift soon. After these hunts coming up, we really should have a decent chunk of time at home again. So maybe in that phase span, we could kind of, get those projects done.
Yeah. I think probably not, honestly, until oh gosh, our window's gonna end
October
soon.
Probably
not even quite for me, because I have that drawn turkey hunt in Arizona that I would like to go on. I drew it. I don't want to waste it. Just a few days anyways. And then a couple weeks off, and then I was talking to Brittany last night, and I didn't know how long you can hunt birds. I knew how long you could, but I mean that in a sense of did you ever get bored? I'm gonna offend all the bird hunters out there, but it's 5 days.
Oh, geez.
I didn't know that. I thought it was gonna be 2.
5 days.
5 days of shooting pheasants.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know. I guess, I do love dogs, so getting to watch the dog work will be fun, but am I gonna get bored of watching the dog work? I don't know. I mean, apparently the dog literally is so good. If you even slightly try to fool her, and you're I can't remember, say her name's Audrey. I can't remember the dog's name. You say Chaudry, she won't move. You say Padre, she won't move. Audrey, she won't move. And then as soon as you go, Audrey, gone for the bird. Brings it right back to me and sits down. I'm
yeah,
sharp. Albie, can you do that?
So you'll be gone about, almost a full week.
Well, so these people in there driving, I'll tell you what.
Look at me. I mean, that's good news for me. I get to just be at home, just...
I don't want to hear you don't get any breaks or vacation.
Who knows? That's my first... That'll be the first time in a long, long time that, you've gone on a trip and I have stayed home.
Well, and so the fun part about this trip is that, we don't...
So you're going pheasant hunting. Let's kind of bring in the audience.
Yeah, so I'm going pheasant hunt.
With Brittany Jean Outdoors and her new men's Brian Goff Outdoors outfitter.
He's an outfitter. He does, turkeys, bear, deer. Turkey is his, passion. geese in the winter, yada yada. But so this is a fun trip for us. That we're going pheasant hunting in South Dakota.
Are you going to go to Mount Rushmore?
Is that in South Dakota?
Yes.
Maybe I'll make us stop.
It might be North Dakota, but it's one of the two.
I don't know.
I think it's South Dakota, I'm pretty sure.
But they are, so she's flying in
Yeah, keep going.
to where he is from in Pennsylvania?
No, he
New
lives
Jersey.
in New Jersey.
New Jersey. And then driving.
South Dakota.
South, no.
Hey, you know who's from Dakota? I could hook you up with some pals out there that probably got a shipload of pheasants. Anyway, continue.
They are driving. She wanted me to drive with them from New Jersey to South Dakota. Do you know how long the drive is?
It's got to be 18 hours.
23 hours.
What is with some people in driving?
I'll rent a car at that point in time. Like, once I get to my location via plane. Now, the problem is that there are next to no airports within hours and hours of where we're going. So I am flying. I have to purchase the ticket today before it's gone because it's the one decent one I saw. It's nonstop, $155.
Round trip?
Southwest.
That's a great price.
No, I'm not doing round trip because I'll get to that here.
Oh, you're not driving back with them?
No.
Oh,
Well, yes.
that sounds awful.
It does.
Why would you do that?
Well, because I have to get to that part of the story.
Okay.
So I'm flying into Chicago O'Hare. It's still a 12-hour drive from there. If anybody knows a closer airport in South Dakota, name it. All the other airports are regional, and I can't find a flight into them. Like, literally on the map, there are not even flights in on the day that I need to land. So they're not an option.
I would scrap this
12 hours I still have to sit in the car. That's like us going from here to Salt Lake.
Why don't you just go to South Africa instead? Like, it's going to take you just as
That'll
long.
happen too. So,
oh, jeez.
but anyways, so 12-hour drive from Chicago to where we're going in South Dakota. 5 days. 5 days of pheasant hunting.
You sure you want to go to this?
I do, because after that, I'm going to drive 23 hours in the car from them. I might actually drive 12.
Get to
then
the
hop
point.
on a plane and land
happening?
in New Jersey and have them pick me up there. Anyways, he said I could hunt his deer properties.
Okay.
So I'm getting added to the group chat for the trail cam pics so I can, get all worked up about the deer that I can potentially shoot. So I'm going to hunt deer for 2 days after the 23-hour day drive from South Dakota back to New Jersey to hunt deer for whitetail for 2 days.
Bro, this trip's going to cost you like 2 racks.
No, the thing is we paid for so many of Brittany's trips that she's paying for it. So
tags and licenses.
No, she's paying for the pheasant hunt, the only thing, and all of that. The only thing I have to pay for is like my tipping the person, and then my tags for New Jersey or whatever state that the land.
Your travel logistics are awful on this trip. If I were to rate your guys' travel logistics, you and them.
Well, believe me, I have looked at the flights. I gotta do some more research, but I cannot find an airport that has a flight in on the day.
Hold up. I'm also talking to Brian and Brittany Jean Outdoors. All of y'all are awful at traveling. Like, your planning is horrible.
I plan all of your traveling, so I don't want
You do not. I buy the flights right on
You
Southwest
buy the flights after I find them.
That is fake news.
For any trip you're going on yourself, you're like, can you find my flight for me?
That has maybe happened. That has maybe happened one time.
No.
Yes.
But anyways,
you are being
if the flight were a different day, i.e. 2 days later, I see flights in.
So just do that.
We can't, because that, it's booked for that span of time. Albus?
I bet if I look, I could find the flight.
Well, maybe you can do some searching for me, too.
Sure. Sure.
But anyway, so that is October 20th. So basically, I'll be gone from, the 20th to, probably November 1st.
Oh, I can't wait for the end of October, baby.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you can come back and have the pod room done.
I wouldn't count on that. I ain't doing no projects. I'll be out with friends, having fun.
Yeah. So...
Dude, that's nice. Take
The
as much
19th,
time as you want
you
to.
pick up.
Deer hunt the whole month if you want.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
The 19th, we pick up of this month, August 19th. We pick up the Kawasaki. What's it called?
Ridge Crew Cab.
Ridge Crew Cab.
Shout out
it's
to
a 4-door.
Shout out to Kawasaki. They are the sponsor of this segment. They make the Ridge. Check it out. It's called the Ridge HVAC Crew. So it is a crew cab. So it's got literally opening doors front and back. You can comfortably seat 4.
Enclosed.
It's enclosed. It's got AC. Everyone's got seat belts. It's got a whole sound system.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's so nice.
I'm so excited.
I'm picking that thing up August 19th, and then we leave probably on the 20th or 21st. Head out to go hunt. Maybe the 21st.
But probably the 20th.
Maybe the 22nd.
But probably the 20th.
It could be the 21st.
But most likely the 20th. We got about...
and then we're going to drive to this hunting spot, and then we're going to start scouting. And I, of course, as usual, am not hunting. I'm just filming and guiding.
Well, that's... You already filled your tag, and you haven't drawn any other tags, so you can't complain. So this unit usually fills up pretty fast, so we've estimated we'll have about 10 days to hunt.
Correct.
About 10.
And then we're
on the time crunch because...
We need to be back by September 2nd to go to the Harry Potter giveaway game at Petco Park.
But probably not going to happen. So, if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay, because I got a deer tag to fill. So, at maximum, we got to be out of there by... When?
I don't know.
You do know. You told me a date yesterday that you're like, look, we have to...
Oh, yeah. By probably the 10th.
The 10th.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong month. But yeah, probably the 10th.
Yes, the 10th, I believe is what you said. Because we have to drive from there to New Mexico.
Yeah.
Ted drew his lottery tag in New Mexico in a premium unit. I'm very excited because, so far now I've gone on 2 elk hunts, right? I did the one over the counter with you. Much more desolate as far as the animals go. A lot less hearing of elk. Then I went on my cow hunt in a very nice unit. And that was mind-blowing. 1, you hear more every morning, which is cool. 2, with skill, how close you can get to hearing all the sounds that you don't hear from hearing them miles away. All you ever hear is the bugle. And it's like, they make so many more sounds than that. And they're guttural.
Oh, yeah.
Scary. So, I'm excited to just be a guest on this hunt, filming third party you and Teddy Boy. You kind of guiding and filming. Ted being our primary shooter, our only shooter. And in this premium unit. And that we have about 14 days on it. Starts on the 15th, I believe. So we're trying to give ourselves a day's drive, set up camp, and then at least 4 days to scout and kind of get in where we want to start on the day his hunt opens, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean...
And 15th to about the 20th.
It's a 14-day season. It's 2 weeks. So it's a relatively short hunt, but...
It brings us basically to almost the end of October.
No, end of September.
That's what I mean, end of September.
When Ted and we did a similar hunt back in 2020. The videos are on the YouTube channel if you'd like to watch them. I got my elk on the 10th day, and he got his on the evening of the 14th day. So the last day. And then...
Did you do a lot of... your normal, sitting tree stands for that one? Or?
No, I did a lot of hunting on the ground, mostly. I did end up shooting my bull out of a tree, but I didn't sit a tree very much.
Wait, is that the video we just watched the other night where you surprised Ted?
No, that was OTC.
That was OTC?
Yeah.
Have I seen this video?
I don't think so. No. This is pre-Brianna era.
Yeah. Maybe
actually,
watch that
we can watch this. It's a series of... I did 5 or 6 videos, and it just shows a lot of elk and wildlife. There's tanks in that unit. But the thing is, this unit, from what I've heard, and I've talked to guys that really know elk hunting and, give me the real story. So the unit that we hunted in 2020 is also top-notch, but that one's a little bit further south than this one. Sounds like the main difference is that the unit we went in 2020 has like higher numbers of elk and very good genetics, but the unit that we're going this time has maybe a little bit less numbers, but like literally like top tier genetics. So like there's bulls that are 400 inches that exist in the unit. So like
I think it would be best if we did bring.
so
Now
there's a
from our
chance to
filming,
see there's a chance to see some real giants.
yeah, and from hearing from people who have gotten this unit before or live in the area, sounds like our opportunity for during scouting days hitting a lot of like roads, stop and glass is going to be a little minimal. But I would say if like we're most likely going to have two Kawasaki's, we throw the one you currently have, the regular crew 2-door, into the back of the trailer, tow the other one because it doesn't fit in the trailer anyways, and have two. So at least at minimum for those scouting days, if we break up and try to cover as much ground as possible, and try to glass as much as humanly possible. I don't know how much of this is glassable versus stalkable versus walkable versus hikeable. No idea. But if we have two vehicles to separate and cover more ground,
Good.
I'm in. Yeah, so I'm very excited for that one. But nonetheless, kind of showcases like in about 2 weeks. We're basically gone for a month. We get like maybe a week or so back. And then it's a nice short turkey hunt. Basically back to the same area we're going for deer. And then back for a couple weeks. And then it's pheasant and deer for me. And break for you.
Yes.
Yeah. But what's cool about that is I'm very thankful that they're offering me the opportunity to hunt some deer property there with Brittany. Brittany's trying to swing it with work.
Okay, so yeah, that is exciting. So you're gonna go do deer hunting. That is very kind that they offered that to you.
Yeah,
and,
but that's something if I bring an extra camera with me, like good potential to get it's not often that there's a video that you are not in that only I am in. But we don't really film gun hunting, and obviously the pheasant hunt is gun hunting. So I'm like, I'll probably get some really cool pictures. And freeze and be cold. But, that's, not really a video, but cool to, potentially do a video deer hunting for a couple of days. And it's different, it's tree stand most likely, or blind, I assume. Whitetail, not hiking some mountains and hills. So some extra little content we were not planning for that could be fun. You saw how good I was at self-filming when we did my vapor trail rest.
Your filming was great. You just came unprepared. I mean, you didn't have the camera charged or the mics charged.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a poor filming. It was just lack of preparation.
That's good. That's good.
The video was still fine. It'll come out next week or something.
Well, and I need the practice, especially in a even if it doesn't amount to a video or anything, and I don't get anything.
Let me give you a pro tip, because I know you really struggle with this on basically any
The first time I hear a
device.
twig break, I'm turning the camera on.
No, my tip is to always have your devices charged.
Oh, yes.
Because you don't do that with your phone, with your laptop, with you don't charge anything. So for you, I think you're really going to struggle a lot with having stuff to actually to charge it.
Most likely, but we'll remember to charge, and then in the moment I'm gonna turn that camera on early.
Yes.
Because I get too mostly just freaked out about making sure the camera's like facing the right direction, zoomed out enough. Like, when you're holding it, it's so easy as the second person to zoom in properly and stand behind the hunter and, all of those things. You don't have a bow in your hand. Or if you do, it's like on your back or whatever. In the tree stand, like, sometimes it's just clunky to like swing that arm around and you know, like loosen it and move the angle, tighten it back up, and then make sure you're zoomed out, make sure your body when you stand up is not blocking the camera shot. And there's just a lot to self-filming, especially in a tree. I do not mind it when it's in a blind and I just set it on a tripod in the back and I zoom out to where you kind of have the whole window picture. In a tree, much different story. Not as big of a fan, but it's good to get practice with it because on the few occasions that I do have to do it, I'm not very good at it right now.
Well, you know what they say, practice makes perfect. That's
Yeah.
what I always say.
Yeah.
So,
What are you going to do while I'm gone?
I don't know. Who knows what I'm going to do? I don't know. That's a fishing trip joke. Man, Mexico was a lot of fun. When I went to Mexico, it was a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I'll do something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to...
And then maybe next year you'll take me to Africa.
Oh, maybe I'll bring some viewers as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's it for this pod. It's been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to the future. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast YouTube. 5 stars, Apple, Spotify, teambd, Code Saves Money, a whole bunch of places. Badlands, Nose Buttons, Beast, PodiumArcher.com, Tricer Tripod. So yeah, save some money. I'm a cheap bastard,
And
so I love
season
save
is
money.
coming.
Hunting season's coming. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. Get stocked up and get ready, and drop a comment down below. Maybe some questions, and we'll get to them in the next pod.
Yeah.
It'll be like a little Q&A.
And the
So
next one, I think,
drop
will
some
be...
questions. The next pod very well might have a guest. Actually,
Yes.
might have a guest on it.
Yeah, but the one after that will probably film
From the
deer
field.
camp.
That'll be weeks from now.
Yeah.
But we have a guest on the next one. We're going to record actually today. Another pod later today.
Oh, that's different than the other one that's also happening this
That's
week.
another guest we have.
Yeah, okay.
So the next couple have
Did
guests.
the schedule change?
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing another pod today. Another pod after that. And so, yeah, anyway, we got a couple guests coming. One, I'm excited for all of them. So stay tuned. Appreciate the support. Also, lastly, we have done some wedding planning a little bit. It's very expensive. And we are going to be doing a limited edition sticker as like a fundraiser. Because
It's very neat. It's very cute.
it's a
but
cute
also
sticker.
Not
It's
girly.
gold, shows some rings. It's like our regular
Gold
logo.
camo.
It's freaking badass. It's badass. And here's the reason why we did it. Number one, a lot of people have watched our entire relationship from the start. Basically, our second time ever hanging out was on the channel. Right?
Yeah, I think it was going to Utah.
No. It was at Morley. So anyways, we
Are
go...
you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. So we go from there...
Well, like, I met you and immediately went to Utah with you, which was crazy on my part.
Well, you are nuts. So anyways, between the first time ever shooting at Morley all the way till now, the audience has been along for the ride. So I figured people might like a limited edition sticker. They're going to be $10. It's more of like a fundraiser to help pay for the wedding because I'm a cheap bastard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think people might want to join in. It's kind of fun. So the idea is if you want to just get a dope limited edition sticker and help us out, they're $10 a piece. And if you are like, I want to give them $100, like you just buy 10 stickers. That's how it's going to work. So I'm freaking jacked up. If none of them sell, that's perfectly fine. I did it as a fun thing. And if they do, awesome. But they're on the site right now. So you can go ahead and get them if you're watching this. And
I give you a picture.
we'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate the support.